Exposition.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is D&D!
Woo!
The group is in Arkarthas. We finished off our last mission, but I forgot to do some stuff because we were kind of in a hurry to go to bed or whatever it was we were all doing at the time. So I have a few things to say to y'all before we continue on into the rest of the storyline.
Goody.
But
Okay.
first, I would like all of you to introduce your characters. I will start with Rosie.
Hi there, my name is Rose. Y'all know me as the DM from Sunday Games, and in this game, I play Lyrithil. She is a drow who has a very pissy mother who she's currently avoiding. And she's a wild magic sorcerer, so there's chaos, a lot of chaos. I will pass
we're
it
not
off.
gonna get the married couple dynamic today.
No, we aren't gonna get the married couple dynamic today, no. That's sad.
1 second, I just got the big thing. Oh, I was.
Did the owlbear get posted, by the way?
Not yet. I haven't gotten a map figured out just at this moment.
Okie
Don't worry.
Let me see if I have something quick. As Cece can introduce herself if she hasn't already.
She has not.
Me and Tasha have not. No. Hi.
Right now.
Hi. I'm the proof that the cat distribution system works. Just kidding. No, literally, I was basically they took me in like a stray cat, and they've been feeding me drama, and I have not left since.
But
Like,
fun.
they give me drama, and I don't even have to pay for it.
But yes,
and if you want to poke the drama certain ways, you can you can push it in certain directions.
So I'm
That's
playing
just-
Amara. She is our monk rogue. She's also part cat, which is why I brought that up. Tasha.
Hello, hello. I am playing Quar, the Quarbarian.
Quarbarian!
Ninja Turtle.
Yes, Teenage Mutant Ninja
Ninja
Turtles.
Turtles.
Turtles in
yeah,
a half
that's-
shell. Turtle power.
Turtle power!
Exactly. Yeah, that's me.
All right. Let's see if I could find the notes that I made up so that I knew what to tell y'all. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so as you guys exit the dungeon that you were in, Cassiel steps from the river mist in his traveling leathers. Malin is at your side because you just brought her out. You exceeded every expectation, he says, his weathered face easing into a rare smile. Sunvale will remember this day. He produces four discreet velvet pouches, because Dash's character is still technically here.
Being dragged.
No, like he's zombie walking. Like he's, you know the movie Click? He's in autopilot right now. He produces four distinct velvet pouches, each with 2,500 gold pieces value worth of Sunvale minted trade bars, and passes them around.
All right.
2,500 gold pieces. The trade bars are basically just like a gold bars stamped with Sunvale on it. You can go to a bank and have it turned into gold pieces or platinum pieces or whatever, or to other trade bars, or store it in the bank or invest it in something.
Yeah.
Theoretically. That was more than he agreed to pay you, by the way. He agreed to pay you 2,000.
I was gonna say, didn't he gonna pay us something like 1,000?
Yes, he was going to give you 2,000 each. And instead, he gave you 2,500 each.
Woo, Richard! I'm not gonna argue that.
Brain, stop.
Okay, so why is he paying us more? Hello, Womp Womp.
Pay more because raisins.
No,
Sorry,
not because
my
Raisins.
my my
Raisins isn't
brain
here
twitched.
today.
Well,
Yeah, I was about to say raisins is in the other one.
I know.
Sasha.
Yes, D&D. Hello. Hi, Percy.
sorry, I'm having a brain twitch that kind of hurts.
No worries.
Ow! Go away. I just want to play D&D. Okay, what am I looking for? That made it really hard to search for something.
You told us about the minted trade bars, the
No.
2500 gold,
I'm
and
trying
that
to
is
find my
one on what we
I'm trying
were.
to find my actual speech that Cassiel is supposed to give
Well, I can't
to
help you with
Amara,
that.
because it is missing from the notes that I was looking at. How
Yeah, I
dare
can't help
I
you with
not
that.
be prepared?
Be prepared.
Well, I guess I don't have to give this letter to somebody. Okay, that's that. Sorry, I got bumped out of that train of thought. So
Oh, good.
No worries. We all get bumped out of thoughts.
my train, yeah.
Cast out the speech of speeches.
Yes.
For the record, for those who don't know, I'm also the note taker. So if you see me doing this a lot and looking down, that's my job in the group. It
Where's
will.
that stupid speech?
Is it on Scabbard?
No, I don't think I
Okay.
wrote it out. Oh, I I I mentally finished the speech, but never wrote it out.
Of course.
Oh.
I wrote it as notes of this is what happens rather than this is what he says.
Fun
Oh
shit.
no.
Well, you're good at
Alright.
storytelling. Make it up as you go.
Oh, I have a good idea. Don't worry, I figured it out. Okay, figured it out. Brr, brr, brr.
That's the chat I want. No? Yes. The chat goes, improv! Yeah, Neil is
Yes,
king of improv. I am not
I'm
able to
getting
improv
some
well.
details together so I can improv. I want to do this. I want to
He's
get
great
this
at it.
improv.
He is great at improv. I not so much.
I'm also great at getting the AI to get the improv that I wanted to do together, give it a quick glance and go, yeah, so far this looks good, this looks good, this looks good.
There have been times I
And
have bit you in
now,
the ass.
oh, that has bitten me in the ass before, but want to know what, Rose? I accept that because it adds chaos, and the chaos
Fair.
makes it more fun. If something that I didn't expect happens, and I go, wait a minute, actually, no, I can work with that. It's awesome. It, you throw a handful of chaos grenades at the wall, and whichever one sticks explodes 5 seconds later into more chaos.
Yep. I am known as a
All
chaos
right.
DM for a reason.
The first lights of the dawn crystals drape Arkarthas Canal in pale gold. Mist curls off the water like slow-moving silk. From the shifting veil steps Cassiel in worn travel leathers, the ever-watchful glint in his eyes softened tonight by quiet pride. Beside him now is Malin. She walks to him. Wrapped in a borrowed cloak, hair still damp from the hurried baths and tears alike. How did she get a bath in this time for? There's that AI.
Yeah.
See? Chaos.
Prestidigitate, bitches! Cassio raises a hand in greeting, then lays 4 velvet pouches into waiting palms. Da 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 da. You exceeded every expectation, he says, voice low but warm. Sunvale will remember this day, and so will I. That is to indicate you got paid.
Yeah.
A rare smile creases the old hunter's scarred face. With a surgeon's precision, he produces a slip of parchment for each adventurer to sign, receipts in flawless Sunvalian legal script, before tucking them away. Do you sign?
I'm gonna do some inspection on that first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, can we?
Investigate. Investigate.
Alright,
You can
that's
also
dumb.
you can also insight him if you wish.
I'm
He
gonna do
is
both.
he is claiming that they are receipts for the payment for the services you have rendered.
Win.
Bitch! Get
Yeah,
me!
you hit both. I don't need to.
All right. From what you can see of reading over it, that is exactly what it is. It is
Okay.
literally, this is a receipt for a payment. You just need to notarize it by you signing it, then he'll sign it. And then
Okay.
he takes that, they put that in their treasury to know, because they keep track of that sort of thing. That you can
That's
have,
fair.
you can have a copy of it too if you so wish.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Yes,
Okay, I'm
please, because
signing
that's
it.
technically a contract that I have completed.
Technically, that is a contract. You did
There you go.
succeed at a contract.
Yes.
Go, Rosie!
That's very important, Percy,
That's
because
very
Percy
important
doesn't
for
know
her
this.
her character. Yes.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I have a patron of contracts, and if I don't keep up on the upper end of the contracts and keeping them flowing, I get into massive debt, and I like to not be in debt.
Then after you've signed them, he gives you your copies and tucks the other copies away into a pouch. You know, they vanish nicely. Poof. For Amara, though, he adds two gifts: a small charm about the size of a coin, cold as midnight. Strike it in a moment of need if you need fate to blink. And a gilt-edged calling card marked by crossed pruning shears.
Ooh.
Break
Work,
when
work done. Work
need.
done. He gestures upriver, where a narrow skiff rocks at its mooring. Horses are saddled. Reprisals will come. The sooner we ride, well, not horses, boats in this case. Boats are ready. The sooner we go, the fewer shadows can follow. Yet he steps aside, granting a pocket of privacy. 3 minutes, he murmurs, for friends. Malin turns, eyes shimmering. She clasps Samara's hand, searching her best friend's face. I thought I'd never see another sunrise, she breathes. They told me we'd be bringing a crowned mistress back. I almost believed them. Guilt quivers. Quavers? I don't think I've ever
Quivers.
seen that word. Quavers. No,
It
it's
would be quiver.
QUA. It's QUA.
I mean, I
Quavers.
know that
In
that
her.
is a word, but I don't think that's the word they meant to use.
Yeah,
It
like that.
quivers. Her voice quivers.
That's what I'm getting at, but I've never seen it written as quavers. So like quavers in her voice, but still glimmers too. Promise me we'll drink sweet wine at the summer markets, just like we planned.
I'm
She's
gonna
saying that to
give
you.
Yes. I'm gonna give her a hug, and I'm going to tell her, of course, I'll be back before you know it. I promise.
Your embrace lingers until Cassio clears his throat, a gentle yet unyielding reminder of schedules kept. Time's up, ladies. Sunvale awaits. Some of us still owe favors to the dawn. He helps Malin aboard the skiff, meets each hero's gaze with a final respectful nod, then pushes off. The oar blade still stirs mirrored water. The boat slides into the pearl gray fog. Within heartbeats, the prow is gone, then the stern, until only ripples remain, concentric circles fading into the waking light.
I miss her already.
This fog is white,
Mhm.
if you're wondering, Rose.
Nope, that's not what I'm wondering. Can I do a check? I don't know what kind of check it'd be to figure out if it's just a turn of phrase when he says some of us owes favors to the dawn? Cause that rung weird as shit to me.
What do you think you would want to roll?
Arcana or history?
Well, pick one, and you can roll it. You can only pick one, though. What do you think? Would you want to bet on Arcana, or history, or just insight?
Let's say insight.
Insight. Insight, and then I'll go see where I need to go from there.
Hey!
Nope. But I
You
get my
don't
luck
see
point.
shit.
You don't sense anything different about his words. Bah, ha, ha,
Rose,
ha, ha.
Rosie ain't see shit.
Blinded by the light, not sure where this glow is coming from at the bottom of this city.
Especially since we're in the Underdark.
The area has a glow to it right now, but it's not like a sunlight glow. It's that cinematic glow. You
Welcome
know,
in,
they're in the
everyone.
dark cave where you should not be able to see anything, but you can see the actors perfectly clearly.
Yeah.
We're in that kind of lighting.
Okay. I missed some of that speech. I will need that speech for notes.
No, you're not allowed to have it.
Specifically more so the charm part, but I will need probably more of that to come back to later.
Also, Amara, remember that other charm or that other necklace I talked to you about? For some
Wait, that was.
reason, you're wearing it.
Hey, wait, wait.
The one that had the little eyeball on.
Yeah. I thought that was for Mir.
No, I think that was for you. No, I think you might be right. I think you
No,
might be
that
right.
was
Yeah, it was for
Mir.
Mir. It was for her
That's-
changeling.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, nope, that's for Mir. No, I remember there was something for this
No,
character too. No, maybe
yeah,
that was just the charm. Maybe that was just the charm I gave you in the speech. Basically, it's a one-use item. It does
alright.
something that I don't fully remember off the top of my brain because my brain just shut off for the question that I was
You
about to ask
break
you.
it when you need bait to blink. So I'm guessing something like a
That's what
time
you
stop.
said.
Token of
Yeah.
unluck. Wondrous item. Uncommon. Single charge. Use as a
That-
reaction. After you see an enemy roll a d20, force them to re-roll and keep the new
Oh,
result.
this one.
The token then crumbles into inert obsidian dust. You can force one re-roll on an enemy.
You can cast silvery bars without casting a spell. Once.
Nice.
Well, you can
Fair enough.
cast half of silvery barbs once for free.
You can't
Nice.
give somebody the advantage.
Also-
but the important part is the reroll.
I've got to put this.
Let's all be real.
This-
90% of the reason why we take that
this
spell is
one.
to go to the DM and go, reroll that bitch! The advantage
Yeah.
is a bonus to it, but the reroll is the whole purpose of taking that thing.
Oh yeah,
is.
definitely.
There is
It's-
notes for you, Rose.
Dankeschön.
Why are you whining? What's wrong?
I'll go.
I don't know why he's being all up in my face today.
Ah,
I've also been
Alone.
misspelling Sunvale.
He's been going every few minutes for like a couple hours now. But I've taken him outside twice.
ah.
I think he just wants company.
So I'm sure someone just got home. Weird. Seems
Guilt edged
it's almost
calling
like he's
card.
it's almost like he's having his he doesn't like thunder.
Oh, maybe it's been really.
But
It
it's
is our
not
thunder
thundery
season.
here. There's been I think there was some construction going on outside though.
Oh.
All right. So in the campaign chat, I just posted the speech with those stupid things on it. I'll have to edit that in a second.
I think
And
Quar
then-
should maybe take a check at this calling card, see if he recognizes any of the symbols that might be similar to something in
Alright.
in the home city, whose name I can't think of.
All right.
Wrong
So,
thing, Rose.
I'm trying here. I don't think
so
Lyrither would notice anything about them.
what should I roll for that then?
Do you have any nature?
Let me
Nature or history would work if I've got either of those listed.
9.
I got a 9 for that. And 12 for that.
All right.
Uh,
So,
would a bend luck help at all, potentially?
what does Ben Luck do again?
I can give a 1d4 to boost, either
Sure.
boost or hinder the score.
I think that might help.
I will take
was-
that for
On the second one, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, and that's a full 4. Make that
All
an
right,
8
so that
between
puts
the
it
two of
to
us.
17. Am I mathing right? Was that become a 17?
It becomes a 16.
16. Okay.
Because he rolled a 12 and then I rolled a 4.
Okay,
then
I
I
thought
rolled
you
a
rolled a
4.
13 for some reason. Perfect.
Hey, Iggy.
16. Yes, that's good enough to get some small details, especially from you, Quar. You have had dealings with similar organizations. However, yours
Oh,
like to clean up after people.
okay.
Okay.
These ones, let's say, thin the weeds, as Cassiel may have hinted at one point in the speech, but never actually said.
Okay.
Every garden needs weeding once in a while. You
Yeah.
remember that as banter when he was talking at one point. That flashback
It's
that
not.
never happened, that just happened.
I was gonna say, it sounds like something that Elena would say, so it sounds probably
Roguish.
easy. Yeah, roguey.
Yes, it sounds guildish. It sounds like an organization. This sounds like a, hey, you've been invited. Come meet us. However, that particular card is included in the next bit of information I'm posting.
Function.
It's a heavy cardstock, edges gilt, them gilded. Illustration of crossed pruning shears and a trowel. Quote, in looping script, knowing which branches to trim is half the battle. Scribbled underneath is an Arkarthas address. And then
Gotcha.
Cassiel's hint is every garden needs weeding once in a while.
Yeah, he can be persuaded.
I'm not gonna lie,
Well,
that sounds kind of like
that
the
one was handed
butlers
specifically
to Amara.
to Amara.
Okay.
Okay.
She is might be more familiar. You have a history check for me there, Zizi?
I can give you one. Okay, let's see.
I'll give you advantage on that.
Okay. Thank you.
And that Ben Luck is supposed to, I believe, only be 1 sorcery point.
I think so.
Nat 20.
Nat
Woo!
20. You remembered who the gardeners are. The gardeners are I don't think your character would know who the butlers are, but the butlers are the gardeners, and the gardeners are the butlers.
I
They're
knew
the
it!
same thing from a different country that work for a different organization that do different things. They are themed around gardening, obviously, trimming the bad parts and fertilizing the good parts and all that stuff. I mean, so they're good with bullshit and murder.
Nice.
But
The reason
this
why
is an invitation for you and your companions to be interviewed if you were to wish to become members of them. They basically police the world, but more so anything related to Sunvale. Except not just Sunvale, the whole kingdom that I can't remember the name of right now. I'll remember it's Villian. It's Villian.
Oh yeah, Villian, yeah.
Yeah,
The whole kingdom of Villian. They police the whole thing secretly. They're the secret police.
Ah.
So, Zizi, the reason why I recognized it was because this is the butler's symbol. And when he said, this comes with this, I'm like, that's the butlers! Lyritho won't know that. Quar, working with the butlers, should recognize something similar.
That's why Quar recognized it. Quar
Yeah.
recognized it, going, "Oh, I know of something like that. I could be interested." And then Amara's like, "I know who these people are. I've heard rumors of them. Maylin has mentioned them once or twice, though she told me never to tell anyone."
We don't talk about Fight Club, y'all.
First rule Fight Club. Don't talk about
Don't
Fight
talk
Club.
about Fight Club.
All right. So the only one who has no idea what.
Your camera froze, Rose.
Oh boy.
That doesn't surprise me. Am I still frozen?
So the only one who has.
You came
chugging
back.
at times. Yeah, you came back, but sometimes you're like.
Oh, okay.
Interesting to watch you in slow motion like that.
It's just being like, woo! That's fine. I'm still
Probably
listening, but I go to the
probably
bathroom.
Connection somewhere. All right.
Surprise.
So yeah, basically, Lyra's like, huh?
Yeah,
I was gonna say Lyra has no idea what's going on. But.
Does she watch me here?
Oh shoot! Hang on.
Yep, all good.
Woo! Okay, I'm back. All right. No. What I'm saying is, to be fair, out of character, an organization like that, plenty of contracts.
Exactly. Lots of things you could be doing. Right now, they want you in on a starter level, entry level, which you would be doing a lot of little missions for, if you so accepted. Though accepting this does send you to a different world location.
I'm turning to my group and like, so.
What this is a breadcrumb. Basically, this gives you an opportunity. If you get bored of this area that you're in, you have a place you can go and do other things.
All right.
Right now, you can put it in your pocket and be like, I will keep a hold of this, because it doesn't have an expiration date. It just says, meet me here. You might want to go there, meet the person, see what's going on, have a conversation, and then they will give you time to decide and or do other things.
I
Because
mean,
they're a good organization that way.
yeah. But I'm just looking up at them like, is there anything you guys want to do?
Well, Lyra still needs to talk to her mother. I still need to find Captain Shits.
Then.
Well, you are currently on just to put in a tidbit of information for Quar, you are currently on a waterway with access to skiffs that leads to an area where you assume there are larger boats.
Oh, okay.
You might find something there.
Oh.
Quar will.
This is Quar's sailor knowledge going, wait a minute, if there's this kind of boats here, that means this is attached to a larger waterway and might have access to the surface.
Exactly. Quar will try and ask some drow sailors if they've smelt anything.
You'll have to get back into the town proper. Right now, you're still outside of town. You're getting closer to the docks, because I assume you guys have been sailing back to the town itself, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, he'd like to have a chit chat with
with no problems, you make it back to the dock. You've got a veteran sailor piloting your ship right now. The rest of you might, how often have either Lyra and Amara been at sea?
Under dark, so not much. If you recall, she's not a fan of boats.
There's seas in the Underdark. But yes, okay, so not very often. And
she's had this
how
conversation
often do you
with
think
Quar.
Amara would be at sea? Maybe more often than the drow, because if you were with Malin, they did have a boat.
That's what I was thinking. Like whenever the family hopped on a boat, she probably would have followed. Yeah.
All right, so you're perfectly okay, Lyra. I need you to do a Constitution save.
Fuck you. Saw that coming. Let me get to the right channel.
When the cat is more constitutionally
12?
Well, yeah, it's good enough. You're like, You almost lose it. You're like, oh, why does the world move this way?
To the core, I
Meanwhile,
don't like what you're doing, and I don't care what it is you're doing, but make it stop or I'm going to throw up on you.
Meanwhile, Amara, you are looking over the edge of the skiff, deep into the water. The darkness around this place is interesting, and you can give me a perception check quick.
Ooh, fun.
Can Zara aid her? Oh, nope, never mind.
You're
I don't
not
need aid.
You're
I don't
not.
need aid. I'm good.
Yeah.
Ignore that
So,
question anyway, because Zara is not with Lyra. That is my other character.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, what you see looking deep into the water in this still dark area is deep. You're not sure how deep, but really deep in this water, you see pulsing purple lights deep, deep down there. It looks as if it's slowly undulating away, something big but far away.
Oh, because that's not at all. Chaco's purple and pulsing? Question mark, question mark. A kraken?
I'm sorry, you can. I'm sorry, you can only get it on special order.
Chat's like, oh no, what are you doing to them? I'm afraid. Is it a kraken?
No,
Well,
it's
that's
just
for us to find
it's
out.
just a cue to get out of the water.
Yep. Quar? Quar.
Yes.
Something glowing down there.
Or your eyes are good enough that you can see through the glaze of the water a little bit better than some surface species. So you kind of pinpoint what she's talking about immediately, and you see one of the big underwater predatory fish you've heard about in some of the
Oh,
studies you did.
I think I know
Oh,
what it
okay.
is. I think as a player, I know what it is, and I'm pretty sure Lyra would know what it is.
What's that? What do you
An
think?
aboleth.
You want me to put an aboleth against you right now? I don't know if that would be a good idea.
I don't want it to
Should
be, but they are
should
technically
I,
big underwater, underdark creatures from the
Yes,
should I
bottoms.
roll nature or I don't know.
I love you, Percy. Get in
In
the
this particular case, I would
water.
say religion.
Religion?
Oh no.
You can try for history, religion, or nature. I will allow.
All right, I'll go nature first, cause yeah. 18.
Actually, that's a pretty good. Um, yeah, you don't know what that is from the surface thing, surface realm. Like it's nothing from there. You feel out that that aboleth guess might not be far off.
He goes, that might be an aboleth.
Lyra
Oh.
immediately goes, excuse me, what?
I think that might be an aboleth.
Lyra,
We need...
your superior dark vision allows you to see it on the dock. One dock goes into the water, and people are walking up onto it from underwater. They look like normal people, but there's something slimy about them.
Like,
They seem to be carrying cargo.
we need to get out of the water now. Now! I don't care how, I don't care when, or I don't care where. Now!
She's so demanding.
And, like, Quar hasn't seen Lyra freak out. Like, ever. She's been kind of like, I don't like that, but not like, leave now, kind of thing. Aboleths are not to be fucked with, by the way, to the chat. That is equivalent to a Underdark Kraken. That shit is not good.
Well, unless you want to be the DM's playthings for a while, you probably don't want to fight one right now. Next thing you know, you'll be standing on a dock covered in slime carrying cargo.
Yeah, no, thank you. Yeah, get out now.
All right, you guys make it
chat.
to the dock. You go to a different dock than the one that those slimy guys are walking onto, but you do realize they're leading a trail down pretty much to the glowing purple thing that you guys saw.
That's a hell nah.
Hell no!
You got
No.
you guys park your skiff, and Quar, you notice something about it.
Park the skiff and slowly back it up and go around.
Quar, you have realized there is a button on your skiff.
Yep.
Do you wish to push it when no one else is in the boat?
Yes, please.
You press this button on your skiff, and suddenly it pops into like a Pokeball-sized thing.
Capsule Corp
You
version
have a
of a
boat.
scam. Fuck
You have a
yeah!
boat and a ball.
All right.
It weighs much less than, and you can put it in your bag of holding if you need to.
He will definitely, put that in. Just like
Never hurts to have a skiff for later. Cassiel wanted you
exactly,
guys to be slightly prepared.
exactly. But right now he's like, yeah, let's get the fuck out of the water
Like that!
before that thing goes high.
Lyra's like, yep, nope, leave now. You need to go back to the surface for your stuff, don't you, Tasha?
Yes, but we can. I can wait for my stuff. We can go do your bullshit first.
Like I said, I think mine is the only one left in the Underdark except for Dash's currently. So
Actually, you're completely wrong, Rose, because Mr. Quardle can give me a perception check now that you're on the docks.
Quardle. That's a new one.
Quardle.
Quardle, Quardle.
Am I not quarterly enough for the Quardle?
16.
You're 16. You recognize a ship in the dock.
He
Yes,
he
Percy.
he goes the whole walk, back the fuck up, turn.
You know that ship was at your village the day that you lost everything. You recognize it. It wasn't the main ship, but it was there.
Anchor comes off the back and he goes storming forward.
Come on, Maylin. Or not Maylin. Amara. Sorry. Come on,
Oh my
Amara.
God, you're playing Maylin now. How overpowered of you.
Come on, Amara. We have to go follow him. When he gets like this, he's not going to listen to reason. Follow.
Okay.
From wherever Eladia is, you think?
Quar, I have to
Hmm?
lower your expectations just slightly, because one thing that you noticed in your perception check is it was taking off. It is undocked and is sailing off into wherever they go, and you don't have a big boat in this particular dock.
Skiff is not big enough.
The skiff will not make it to the surface.
Have they thrown the last fucking rope off yet?
They have.
God damn it.
You before you rage or anything, you have realized you cannot make it. There's no way you could do it. But somebody at that dock will have information. And you have some fists that might be able to get that information.
He will go and talk to the quartermaster.
All right. You ask around in the dock for a little bit. Eventually, somebody points you to the right guy. The quartermaster is a dark dwarf, as a Durgar. He
Right.
he looks at you, looking for work.
He goes, no, I want info on that ship and where it's going. And he points to the...
Information costs. What are you
How
willing
much?
to pay?
He slaps down 20 gold pieces.
That's a good starter. I'll look in the books. You know which dock they were at. You know the numbers from looking around to get to him. And you're able to be like, it was at this dock, blah, 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 blah. He's like, yes. Yeah, it does seem to be a little bit of information on that dock, though they kept most of their stuff pretty private.
He has an additional 100 gold pieces. Give.
He slides it. He slides it over, puts it behind his counter. Kind of rips out a page, writes some stuff on it, hands it to you. Looks you directly in the eyes, and says, "If anyone asks, I didn't give that to you."
Quar goes, if anybody asks, I never spoke to you.
He nods.
And he shoves it in his turtle shell.
You have a pocket in there. You had one specially built.
Yes.
It was a
Yes.
wound from a couple years back.
Yes.
And chat goes,
And
let me just become a boat for you. Trust.
but before that ship pulled off, did Quar get the boat's name?
So,
Hilo?
I'm going to let you decide the name, Quar.
Nice.
All right.
This was a ship in the Red Tide fleet, but it's not the Red Tide because you already own that ship.
All right. Do.
Ugh.
Tempest Dreamer.
Ooh, I like that.
All right.
Nice. Very nice.
But yeah, Quar will look at the ladies and goes, "We have a boat to put our foots up the asses
We got a
later."
boat to track down.
Exactly.
By the way, the information on the sheet of paper was that particular boat's name. It's
All right.
some details about the captain, which I won't give you right now because I haven't come up with them.
Yep.
Has some details on where they came from and where they're going,
Ooh.
which again, I will give you later.
Yep. No worries.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, Quar is a little upset. A little upset they wasn't able to go deal with them, but he'll deal with them on the
Pat, pat.
fucking surface.
Like, damn it, if we were only 5 minutes sooner, but you didn't know they were there, so.
Exactly.
All right.
If the boat hadn't been launched, he could have like grabbed the last rope and dragged the motherfucker back to him.
I could see him doing that. Well, like the chat says, give plus 30 intimidation.
Pretty much.
You intimidate the
Yeah.
boat. The boat says, I'm going back to the dock. You can't make me leave.
As I explained in
Exactly.
the chat, you do have advantage on your stuff because of your cloak. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I can see it. God damn it, chat. It got that stuck in my head. Get the water. Get the water. So yes, there we go. Yeah, we'll hunt that down when we get to the surface. Maybe by then you can have your, less than, maybe, pregnant, unusual teammate help you?
Rosie's like, please let me play Alenia.
Oh, I don't know, damn it! Alenia is very pregnant. She's carrying twins right now.
He goes, either way, y'all will be in my corner anyway. I don't care who helps.
I guess. But she had like this like cheeky grin.
Nice cheeky.
You're growing on her, in
Alright.
other words. But yes,
Ah,
we should go find my mother, which means leaving Arkarthas and going deeper into this hellscape.
Are you sure you want to go into the full-on Underdark, Rosie, or would you like something a little more close to where you already are?
I, as a player, would love to, but I, as a player,
An
also know how
under
dangerous it
an
is.
Underdark journey in terms of in-game times can take weeks to get to a city,
I know.
which would mean you would have to have food and would want to go on a caravan. But I would fast travel it, because unless you wanted to role play a week of travel, that would be boring as fuck. Unless there was encounters fairly frequently, and even then it's just like, oh boy, another encounter. Yay, another encounter. Can we fast travel yet?
Fast travel for a
I'm all for
reason.
fast travel. Thanks.
Fast travel every single game I get is the way to fucking go.
Yes, but you fast travel past some of the story.
I mean,
You can't
well,
encounter the story if you fast travel past everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is why if you're fast traveling, I'll be like, okay, something happened in the middle of it. But I try not to do
yeah.
too many encounters like that. All right. But I have an interesting way of dealing with what you wanted to do, Rose. And that is,
Okay.
you hear trumpets. You recognize them.
Literally, Lyra's look of like, eyes closed, that look of, son of a bitch.
You, in your massive perception skills of late, did not notice in this dock is your mom's ship.
Cora goes, well, we found her.
Her personal Corvette sailing ship. As in, this is her fastest possible vehicle that could get pretty much anywhere in the world in a matter of, hour or days or hours, depending on how far it has to go. And you know for a fact there's no way in the nine hells that she would come to this city.
Without a damn good fucking reason.
No,
And
you
the
know she wouldn't
dad,
come to this. You know she wouldn't come to the city at all. And she technically is the ruler of this city.
she's like, either she has a really good reason, aka she's hunting me and knows I'm here, or that's not
Well,
actually my mother.
you could find out shortly, because there's people walking onto the dock in their uniforms, holding their royal spears or whatever it is they're using.